Welcome, my little couch potatoes, to the comfiest courtroom on the internet. I'm your host, Llama, and it's time for dramatic testimony, overruled objections, and absolutely unqualified opinions. So grab your snuggiest blanket, some delicious snacks, and get ready to watch court with your internet besties. This is Couch Court with Llama.
Hello, friends.
Hi.
Hello. Happy Thursday. It's Llama here.
And sound like a little kid.
Hi. We're here, internet. We're here. We've made it. Happy Thursday, everybody. It's almost the weekend, and I'm very happy about it because I have a very exciting weekend coming up. I got a concert. The lovely Amos is coming to visit me.
Nice.
I know. I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you guys.
I actually have plans for once. That isn't just streaming all the time on YouTube. Well, everyone, thank you all for being here. You'll get the lovely Buff and I today. Everybody, if you haven't, as you're coming in, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So that way it lets everybody know that we're live and they have to join us for what is the craziest roller coaster I've ever been on ever. We're not even up the first big hill. You know, like when you ride a roller coaster, it's like, chug, for like 5 minutes while you get there. That's where we are on this crazy story. We're not even
on the crazy train
to the top, and it's been wild accusations so far. Just wild. Hello, 80s. Hello. Good morning to you.
Hi,
ladies. You have time to watch before part 1 before this one starts. Oh, nice. Yes, we have a whole, if you haven't watched any of our Laura Owens stuff yet, we've done 3 episodes so far about it. We have a playlist. You can find it on our channel under the playlist, Laura Owens. You have to go get caught up, you guys. I mean, you can follow us today, but you got to go through the rest of it because there's not like a short way to explain this all at all. So you might want to go back and watch that this weekend so you can get caught up to where we are. Hello, new friend. Hello, new friends. So happy to see you again. Liz, we've missed you this week. We've missed you. How are you? I hope well. Our friend over in Ireland. Hope all is well for you. And there's Mama Llama. Hello, Mama Llama. And
hi, Mama Llama.
Morning. Oh, my goodness. We got a day for you guys today. Now, before I do, though, so we did set up a Venmo account because apparently YouTube takes a lot of our money. Like 30%. And so if you want to donate or tip or whatever, you can do it through Venmo as well. And we get to keep a much higher percentage than whatever YouTube thinks they're entitled to, which is crazy.
It is crazy.
It's absolutely crazy. So that's another way you can see it on the screen. That little QR code will take you right there if you want to. Nobody has to donate anything. That's not necessary. But it is much appreciated. Much appreciated. We also want to thank everyone who has left comments for us under these videos, giving us more of the Laura Owens tea. You guys have been amazing. And also welcoming us into your little community here, or the cult, as you all like to call it. Thank you for welcoming us. And I want to say a special thank you to Gina B06V, who left us a comment telling us to look at
yes,
domestic violence restraining order, which I have right here. Hold on.
I'm so glad you remembered that because I was like, no.
Oh, I wrote it down because if I didn't, I would have forgot about it. But this was the first one we've read for Laura Marraccini. And Gina pointed out that if you scroll down here to page 3, when it's asked about child custody and visitation, that she clearly must have checked that box and whited it out and then redrew the box, which I found to be hilarious.
I don't know how we missed that.
I don't know either. Probably because it's just all so crazy. There's just lit things everywhere, just Easter eggs everywhere in this story. So thank you for pointing that out, Gina. That was very interesting because, of course, if you don't know where this story goes, all right, it involves Laura claiming to be pregnant by a bunch of guys. That's not the case. And so it's quite hilarious that she did that, just like she checked some other boxes wrong. But forms are hard.
I was almost like, oh, was there a little premeditation there? Like a little
Right?
foreshadowing.
She was like, "Ooh, no, that's not going to work." Like, because who checks that box if you don't have the box, you know?
Right.
So, thank you for pointing that out to us, Gina. Also, if you're on the replay crew and you have, leave us comments. We respond. We do. And you guys have been so helpful in trying to help us better understand.
Oh,
all
I
of this.
watched
So,
them all.
good morning, Terry. Good morning. Oh, Liz, your wee
Oh.
friend passed away. I'm so sorry to hear that. Our condolences to you and their family. Hello, Phoenix Wayne. Hello, good morning. And good morning, Bruce the Moose. Bruce the Moose. I love your name so much.
I know, right? It's so cute.
Love it. All right. Well, so today, what we're going to be reading, remember, we're starting at the beginning. Well, beginning. But we're starting with Laura Owens versus Michael Marraccini, who had previously dated for a little over a year. More so, it sounds like Mike was held hostage for a year and a half, really. She filed a restraining order against him and all of this abuse that doesn't even qualify for a restraining order. Most of it didn't. He said he was going to be with me forever. He lied. He wasn't who he said he was. As if she's the only person in the world that's ever experienced that ever. Okay. And so then we also read Mike's reply, and that was pretty eye-opening to read his side of events and the text messages between her parents and him. Why are you getting your parents involved in any of this? You're a grown-ass woman, and they're just like begging Mike, please talk to her. Please date her. Because the whole time Laura's threatening to harm herself because she would.
The catalyst for the restraining order? Like, did he break up with her? Like, I know what happened in Iceland, but like he finally just decided he was done, and then she decided, okay. I was just wondering at what point she decided that this was going to happen.
From what I've put together here, the catalyst is Mike starts dating somebody else, and we're going to kind of get into it today. Okay. And he runs into Laura, and Laura can't handle it. And so that's pretty much how that goes. We'll actually be diving into that the next 2 days of like what actually spurred this.
Laura, or is Laura stalking him?
Well, I think we know.
Well, I mean,
Hi, Wendy. I hope you're well. Hello, Mar. Hello. I don't, but good morning. Oh, you're officially in the right chat. Yes, I know, guys. If you're watching, we have 2 different streams up. We have the vertical YouTube, the horizontal YouTube. Just go to our page, pick whichever one you like. One is for like people on phones. The other is our normal kind of YouTube. So you can go back and forth. I wish they merged the chats too. It's very annoying that they don't. So
I do. Yeah, it would make it so much easier if it was just all one chat. But you know, YouTube.
Thank you. Thank you, Wendy, for becoming a member. Helvo says, regarding the big text document, I think we got most of those from some of the later filings from Clayton's paternity case. Yes, Helville, you suggested to us on Tuesday that maybe we continue on with Mike after 2020. And so I started like reading through because he comes back in 2025. Spoiler alerts to everybody. But as I was reading them, I realized that a lot of the context involved Greg and Clayton and their lawyers. So I was like, you know what, maybe we'll just wait till we get to 2025 because people that are definitely not familiar may be very, very lost when it gets to that. But boy, am I excited to read that. So let me tell you what. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, because I am very, very new to this. I'm reading all these things for the very first time. I actually purposely did not read anything because I was told, don't read anything. Read it for the first time live.
That's
so
true.
Everybody can see, you know.
I'm just saying.
My actual, because you know more about it than I do. I kind of just like followed you down the bunny hole, but I mean, you know yeah, but that's this much more than I do.
Right, yeah. We're like, there's like a mountain and we're like, here.
Right.
But I am excited about it. All right, well, let's get into today. What we're going to be reading are the witness declarations filed both by Laura and by Mike.
And this is after a restraining order. This is the Wicklet for the restraining order hearing, correct?
Right, correct. Yeah,
okay.
You know how they talked about you had to have them in by a certain date? That's what these are. So we have...
Just making sure we're all on the same timeline. And
yep.
Yeah.
We're all... So we have one from Stephanie, who's Mike's sister, who we did read some text of Laura texting his sister, because of course she did. Very annoying. Because clearly Steph's like, I'm trying to go to bed. And she's like, let me write you a novel of how much I love your brother.
Yeah, she kicked that door open when she
asked her how she was.
Questions. It's like, girl.
Right. So we'll hear from Stephanie. We'll also hear from Colin Scanlon, which I thought was a very interesting name. Colin Scanlon, who's Stephanie's boyfriend. Then we're going to hear from Joan O'Neill, who apparently is a friend of Laura's. I didn't even know she had friends.
She has friends?
I guess.
People like her on purpose? Allegedly?
Though it sounds like an older lady's name. So maybe it's one of her mom's friends that she claims is her friend or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Then there's Karen, the plane passenger note lady. So apparently she's real.
Is she though?
Is she though? I don't know. I'm pretty sure she is though. And then Elizabeth Jan Owens, Laura's mom. So that's what we'll be reading today for you guys. Let me find my StreamYard because I got lost. Hello, Boot Scoot.
I love it.
I love it too. I love getting to say people's names.
I love their name. I mean, I love everybody's name. And we have a Joe Schmo.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there. Bye, Joe. Have a great day. Bye. All right, so let's get into reading this, shall we? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Silly llama. There we go. All right, so I'll read the first one and then we'll rotate. How does that sound for you?
Sounds good.
Buff, sounds good. Okay.
I'm easy to please. My husband might disagree, but for the most part, I'm easy to please.
Mine too. I'm very simple. I like all the same things.
And like,
and he's like, no, you don't. That's not true. All right. So let's start with Stephanie. All right. She says that she's the sister of Mike. I am 37 years old and am employed as a senior technical recruiter. I'm a resident of San Francisco and live in Marina Cow Hollow district, because this case does take place in California. I know Clayton's takes place in Arizona, and I think Greg's takes place in Arizona too. But at this time, they're still in California. So everyone's easy to please.
Compared to
Laura. I know, right? Everybody's just going to send this to our significant others and be like, look how easy you have it.
Aren't you grateful?
Right.
Be like, let me tell you something.
Right. Good morning, Angie.
You are so lucky that you ended up with me.
Right. It could be so much worse. All right. So she says, during that time, my brother, number 3. I have known Laura Owens during the time she was dating my brother from June 2016 until the fall of 2017. This, by the way, was filed in January of 2018. For those of you that need the timeline. So she says, during that time, my brother regularly told me about the emotionally turbulent relationship he was in with Miss Owens. Yes.
I mean, that's putting a bow on it. Very nicely.
Right. Very fair.
Emotionally turbulent.
Right. Oh my gosh. From November 2016 until approximately June 2017, Ms. Owens communicated with me via text messages. Ms. Owens was upset because she loved my brother and he was not interested in being in a committed relationship with her. She would constantly complain that he would not post pics of them on social media and commit to an exclusive relationship with her. She does not ever get the hints. I think that's Laura's problem. She was like, I just wish he would tell me if he did want to be in a relationship with me. Man, Liz told you.
He's just not that into you. He's just not that into you.
Not that in. We have a book for you to read when you end up going to jail, Laura. We'll send it to you via Amazon. He's just not that into you. Okay. So I advised Miss Owens in my text messages that she should not push my brother and instead should back off and just enjoy the relationship and not cause unnecessary drama. Oh boy. Ms. Owens told me about her emotional problems, anxiety, and depression. I think there's a lot more than that. And acknowledged to me that those were causing problems in the relationship. You know, let me make this a little bit bigger. I forgot to make this bigger so people can read along with us if they want. There we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry, friends. She also told me, oh, God.
I think she's giving her way too much credit there. I don't think she's acknowledged at all that those are contributing problems to their relationship.
No, not really. I mean, she constantly does say, I know I'm the problem, which is just her fishing. No, you're awesome, Laura. You're awesome. It can't be you. She also told me that she wanted to post photos on social media, which my brother did not want her to do. I would tell her that he hates drama, and the best way into his heart is to be supportive, loving, and not to complain about his commitment level with concurrent emotional outbursts over him not posting pics of them on social media. Because in case you guys are wondering,
imagine that.
Right? I wonder why that is, Laura. Probably because he's like, yeah, I don't want people to know. Also, people get so weird about social media. I feel like she's too old to care that much about social media.
See, you're talking about social media. I don't have it. I'm thinking the concurrent emotional outbursts. Seems reasonable to me.
Maybe that might have something to do with it. I don't know. I mean, listen, everybody hates being in a dramatic relationship. I don't know anybody who's like, yes, please give me all of the drama. All you just got to do is just be chill, Laura. Just be freaking chill.
How old is she here?
What year was she born? I think she's born in like 1990, maybe. She's 35 now. So yeah. So this is 2018. She's in her 20s.
Yeah,
so
like it.
Mid to late 20s ish. So she still should know better at this point. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I witnessed her manic behavior I witnessed her manic behavior over dinner once when she yelled at him and then took an Ambien pill to calm down. What? Who takes Ambien to calm down? What? What? I mean,
she start having like hallucinations at the table. I've heard about the Ambien hallucinations.
Right? But you don't take that when you're out in public. Maybe the sister meant Ativan. I don't know. But Ambien, like, fine, you don't want to listen to me? Fine. Like, oh, okay, thank you. Actually, that's exactly what I wanted you to do, Laura.
It's so much peaceful now. So much more peaceful.
Like, what?
She's got, it's like Weekend at Bernie's at the dinner table. Like, she's just like...
She apologized the following day and blamed her behavior on medication and her frustration with Michael not committing to being exclusive. Like, oh my God, girl, get over it. Oh, Terry, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Congratulations to all of our new members joining us. We have tons of member-only content, so please go watch that after we're done here. Hi, Krista. I am like on season 2, episode 5, so I'm working my way through. I'm not there yet, but I will be. I will be soon. All right. So at no time during their relationship did Ms. Owens ever tell me that Michael had been physically abusive to her. When Ms. Owens and my brother were in Iceland, she sent me frequent text messages and photos telling me what a wonderful time they were having. There was never any mention of my brother being physically or emotionally abusive to her. In fact, she sent me texts with pictures of them saying they had turned a corner and she was thrilled to be having a wonderful time with him in Iceland.
Aww.
I think only one of them was having a good time in Iceland. So, okay.
Oh my God.
Now, which honestly, yes, people that are in abusive relationships, they don't usually tell people that they're being abused in relationships. That's a pretty, just because somebody doesn't announce it to the world doesn't mean that it's not happening. But in context of Laura, who likes to be overly dramatic and tell everybody everything, whether it's true or not,
I feel
it's
like
a little surprising.
She's that person that would be like, this is my opportunity to get all the attention.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think too. So, but, okay. Now, on January 8th, 2018, here you go, Buff. Here's your answer. Okay. This is the day before she files the restraining order.
Okay.
On January 8th, 2018, I had dinner with my brother at Ace Wasabi, located at Steiner and Chestnut. We had just left the restaurant, and all of a sudden, we saw Ms. Owens walk towards us.
Yikes.
She approached us facing north, so blocking us from continuing south on Steiner. Laura was very upset about Michael dating another girl. Yeah. She continued to yell and scream obscenities at him. At no time did either my brother or myself yell at her. Instead, we told her we wanted her to leave us alone and that she needed help. After that encounter, my brother filed a report with the San Francisco Police Department. Yes. So that's right. Mike sees her. She confronts him, according to Stephanie and according to Mike and according to everybody else except for Laura. She confronts them, yells. He actually does go to the San Francisco Police Department to be like, what can we do about this woman? Like, she just keeps showing up wherever I am, and I want her to back off, right? And they kind of dick him around a little bit from what I understand of the situation. And I don't have that document of the San Francisco Police Department, so...
I can believe that, because most people don't take violence against or domestic violence against men very seriously, so I can actually believe that.
Oh, yeah, totally. Or they'll just be like, well, just stay away from her. Right, I mean, if somebody's not breaking a law, there isn't much the police can do.
Right.
Especially when it comes to freaking stalking and harassment, unfortunately.
But to hear her tell it, it was the other way around.
Mm-hmm. Right, which we will hear.
I'm sure. I'm sure we're going to hear it.
So in November of 2016, Michael called me distraught at how Laura lied to him about getting an abortion and that he needed someone to come over to Laura's as he needed a witness. What, Laura? Never. I asked my boyfriend, Colin Scanlon, to walk over to listen as Laura had called her father to come to her apartment. Colin heard Laura admit to lying about the abortion. She justified.
I have a question.
Yes.
So she had an abortion with this guy too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Allegedly. Allegedly had one.
Allegedly. Okay. Now that we got all the legalities out of the way. Are you serious?
Yeah. She literally has a playbook with each. It's wild. All right. So I can't wait at the end until we tally up all the pregnancies, all the abortions and failed abortions, all of the I can't wait till we tally them up. She's probably been pregnant 30 times in 5 years.
Yeah. I hope, can somebody have a tally, pregnancy tally in the chat? Can we just have a counter in the corner so we can just tally this up?
Right.
Holy, okay.
That's why it's so unbelievable, because it's that's not how it works.
I knew about the Clayton ones, but I didn't realize she did it with him too. I thought maybe it started with the other guy.
Nope.
So this happened with him. Oh, okay.
Yes. She's had 6 abortions on 1 pregnancy. That's true. I know that there's one where she's I don't know whose it is yet.
Is there a spreadsheet?
A spreadsheet of her. She'll be oh, well, I was pregnant with twins and I took the abortion pill and I think it killed one. Oh, wait, no, it didn't. So they're going to have to do a DNC, and that didn't get rid of it either. What?
Oh my gosh.
What? She has superhero babies, in case you didn't know.
I'm telling you.
Bruce says she can't convince me she had an abortion or a miscarriage until she convinces me she had a pregnancy to begin with. I mean, so far in what we've heard from her, she doesn't describe these things as the reality of what happens when these things happen. Like, it just, you don't just flagrantly be like, oh yeah, it's fine, I just like miscarried one day, and you just go about your day. Like, it's not like miscarrying is not like taking a poop. Like, it's not just like, oh, there it is, it's done, and you go about your day. Like, that's not at all how it works. And that's kind of how
Thanks for that visual.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. Yes, she accuses all of them of domestic violence, rape, all sorts of stuff. It's nuts. We need a flow chart.
A murder board to set up on the side. Okay, where are we now?
Where are we now in this? I'm sure we will be putting together some visual demonstratives as we go through this case. Yeah, I can't wait till we get to.
I am learning all about this in like real time. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it gets wild. Just when you think, oh, can't get crazier. Oh, it does. It does. All right, so back to this. So Colin heard Laura admit to lying about the abortion. She justified her behavior by saying she didn't want to lose Michael. Laura's father, Ron Owens, told Michael that he needed to end the relationship. There's Dad again being like, just go, just leave, get out of here, save yourself. Mr. Owens told Michael that Laura makes up stories in her head and then believes them. You don't say. Yeah, that's what her dad says, you guys. Colin witnessed this meeting and heard this conversation. I declare under penalty of perjury under the state of California that all this is true and correct to my best knowledge. So that's what Steph had to say about things. So that's interesting. You know, she's like, hey, this bee is crazy. We read the text messages that people were saying about, including our own dad. That's like, yeah, Laura makes up stories and then believes them. And we're like, yeah, we know. So that's not great when your dad is like, she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, I don't even know if she knows how sex works, because in Clayton's case, she just thought you can get pregnant by a BJ, apparently. So
that's true. That we did read that. We did read that.
Okay.
She does make up the stories in her head.
That she does. All right. Well, why don't you take a shot and you read Colin Scanlon. And
Colin Scanlon is the boyfriend of Stephanie?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's literally the next line. Hey.
It's fine.
Hi. I, Colin Scanlon, declare and state as follows. I am the boyfriend of respondent sister Stephanie Marraccini. I am 37 years old and am employed as a real estate analyst. I am a resident of San Francisco and live in the Marina District. I had met Laura Owens several times while she was dating Michael Marraccini, including a dinner with her family at the House of Prime Rib. They do like that place.
Shout out. Another house. Who has House of Prime Rib on today's bingo cards? We should make bingo cards.
We should go on a Laura Owens scenic tour.
That'd be great. Maybe, do any of you guys have been following us for a while? Do you guys have bingo cards? Because if not, you should make them for us, since you know more of the story than we do.
We can take selfies outside the House of Prime Rib. Be like, we're here. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. That name does sound like he could be like a news anchor or like a character in like a spy book or something. Colin Scanlon.
I think Scanlan's like pretty popular name down here.
Is it? Oh, okay. I've never heard of it before. Oh. All right. So how's the prime rib? Shout out.
All right. I specifically remember being called by Michael to come to Laura's apartment in December of 2016 for a meeting with Laura and her father to discuss Laura's desire to continue to the relationship with Michael. Okay. They're having a meeting. Is this like a family meeting?
I guess so. Yes.
About the relation. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a choice.
I know I want an audience when this happens.
I that's what I'm.
But I think Mike called them over. Like, I need somebody.
Oh, maybe he needed a witness.
This. Yeah, I think that's what's happening here. That he's just like, oh my God.
Okay.
I need somebody to see and hear what is going on.
I was just like, usually people do that in private, but that makes perfect sense. Because I don't know if I would be alone in a room with her either.
No.
Laura had been claiming that she was pregnant and had been threatening Mike with not having an abortion if he ceased dating her.
Because that makes sense.
But that is the MO, isn't it though?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to keep this baby if you stop dating me. But if you do start dating me, I will happily get rid of this baby, which
I believe we read those like emails back and forth to Clayton, right?
Yes, we did. Same thing.
Okay. So she keeps doing the exact same thing and she doesn't realize that it doesn't work. Okay. Additionally, Laura had been indicating to Mike that she was contemplating suicide at the thought of their relationship ending. Mike wanted me to be there as a witness. Okay. During the meeting, which her father, Ron Owens, steered, really, Mr. Owens told Michael that his daughter had a tendency to exaggerate or even flat out make things up. Laura was complaining of depression and suicidal thoughts at the fear of her relationship with Michael ending and was very distraught. During that meeting, there was no discussion of Michael ever having been physically or psychologically abusive towards Laura. She did not complain at all about Michael's conduct towards her. Laura admitted that she was in fact not pregnant and there was no need for an abortion. She also apologized for threatening to commit suicide. The meeting ended with no final decision on the relationship, just the agreement that Mike would not rush a decision and for the two of them to continue to work through things. Okay.
Right, make it make sense. But okay.
Mr. Owens was very thankful as he, Michael, and myself left the apartment. Mr. Owens advised Michael in the elevator on the way out of the building that he appreciated Michael agreeing not to end the relationship outright and see how it goes, and then advised him to get out in a few weeks when his daughter had a chance to calm down and get a handle on her depression. I declare under penalty of perjury, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically he was like giving the toddler a pacifier, like, oh my God, thank you, because I really didn't want to have to deal with that. Like,
basically. And this, I don't think that this is not the same time when he sent the text, like the last time she threatened to kill herself. It's a whole different incident, it seems like.
Well, that's what it sounds like to me, but it just sounds like nobody wants to, like, he just didn't want to deal with it. And he was just like, just please make her stop.
And
just give the baby, give her what she wants. Just give her what she
right. When this is what happens when you let your kids, when you do that to them all the time. Grow up and be Laura's.
I'm just, wow.
I mean, the amount of manipulation that's done in just this one instance. Not only are you threatening keeping or killing a baby, either one, depending if they're going to be in a relationship with you or not, and threatening suicide and threatening all this. And it's gross manipulation at all the points, but especially at this point. You have people coming over, you're getting all this attention, and they're just, I'm sorry. I don't agree with her parents being like, Mike, just give her what she wants. What? No. Your daughter's an asshole.
You can get out later.
Right?
We'll dig tunnels.
Yeah, exactly, Hella. We're so new to this, and it's plain as day that anytime she doesn't get exactly what she wants, she threatens suicide or keeping phantom babies, which is just savage. Oh my goodness. I couldn't imagine doing that for my kid. I'd be like, no.
It does sound like a hostage situation.
It does, right?
Blink twice if you need help, Mike.
All right. So next up, we have Joan O'Neill, who is a friend of Laura's. So she says she makes all of the statements in her own personal knowledge, blah, 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 blah. She's known Laura Owens for over 14 years. We met in 2004 and have been close friends ever since. I met Mike in or around April 2016 when Laura introduced him to me. After Laura and Mike started dating, I saw less and less of Laura. I mean, that also sounds like her MO because she's obsessed with having a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, really trying to get a husband out of something, I feel like. When I would ask Laura to hang out with me, she'd tell me she needed to ask Mike first. When I did see her, Mike was almost always there, and it seemed like Laura was not herself. When we would hang out, Mike tried to insert himself into the conversation. He constantly cut Laura off when she was talking, and it seemed like he needed to be in control of the conversation at all times. He's probably on defense all the time. Like she's just, like, whoa, no, that's not what happened. I would be. And we've seen her text messages to people. She never shuts the fuck up. So I can only imagine having an actual like verbal conversation.
I was about to say, she's like, you probably have to jump in. Otherwise, you're not going to get a chance.
Right. And she's like, oh, every time I saw Laura, he was there too. I'm pretty sure he probably wasn't there by choice.
No, it sounds like he was there. He was bound and gagged
right
in the corner.
You just sit there and you're my boyfriend now because my daddy said you had to be. So for example, I'm sorry. He also always wanted to talk about himself and said things that seemed like complete fabrications. And you've been friends with Laura for 14 years? Okay. For example, he said he was close friends with celebrities like Ashton Kutcher and that his sister had lots of famous friends too. Who cares? He claimed to have a number of offers for lucrative and powerful jobs, which never actually seemed to pan out. There was something about the way he told stories that made them seem like lies. Okay, Joan.
That's a weird take.
Interesting. Right?
Seem like lies, but are they lies? I mean, aren't those kind of two different things?
You're friends with Laura, but okay. Okay, boo. Okay. You're friends with Llama, so you have a famous friend too.
I mean, I'm not famous.
All right. So sometime in late 2016, Laura confided in me that she was being what she described as emotionally abused by Mike. She explained that Mike had been telling her that she could cut off ties with her family, specifically her mother.
I mean, I can't imagine why.
Right. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I actually don't disbelieve that. I'm pretty sure he's like, if I can just get her away from her mom,
right?
Maybe she would be different.
Right. Because in the text that we were reading on Tuesday, he got very pissed because Jan was telling Laura stuff that she shouldn't have. That Mike was just like, I thought we would keep that. Why are you? That's going to upset her more. Why would you even say that? Plus, remember, her daughter's suicidal, and she's just like, okay, great.
Well, also, Jan and Laura are like two sides of the same coin. Like they're exactly the same. And sometimes that feeds off each other, right? So like if I can just get her away from her mom, who is like, woo-woo, maybe she won't be that bad. I mean, I can understand the reasoning. I mean, I don't disbelieve that he's just like, maybe I could just get her away from her. She'll be different.
Right. I mean, I think that's probably fair. Now, in late 2016 or early 2017, Laura confided in me that Mike would scream at her daily and that she was afraid of him. She said Mike repeatedly told her she was worthless and that he and her family all hated her. She said she felt like Mike wanted her to stop communicating with her mother, which made her feel very conflicted since she and her mother are very close. She said right there, she said she felt like Mike wanted. That's not the same as saying Mike specifically told me that I needed to stop. I feel like he wants me to stop. It's probably the same as, well, I need an appointment. So I saw the
seemed like lies. Like these are all like vibes.
Now, in or around January 2017, Laura told me that Mike had been physically abusing her during sex. And don't worry, guys, Laura writes her whole witness statement, and it's graphic, right? So just to let you know.
It's rated NC-17?
A little, yeah.
I need an adult to read it?
Probably. She told me that Mike had strangled her and tried to smother her with a pillow during sex, to the point that she couldn't breathe. She said Mike would say things to her like, I want to have total control over you. She told me she was scared and didn't know what to do. I was sad to hear this and afraid for her. I encouraged Laura to confront him and tell him how she felt. In the many years I have known Laura, I had never before seen her afraid of anyone. Okay.
I somehow doubt that.
Right?
Sounds like she's very confrontational.
Right? In early 2017, Laura called me very upset on a regular basis, 1 to 4 times a week. Joan, she is an emotional vampire. Okay?
Okay, but here's my question, though. If he's so emotionally abusive and apparently physically abusive, why are we so desperate to be with this guy?
I mean, I don't know. A lot of people in abusive situations are like that. But again, I mean, you want to believe that they can change. I mean, I know it's a very common problem of people trying to leave their abusers. But in those cases, those people usually like live with that person and stuff. Like, you know, like leaving them would upend.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's usually a whole lot more to that. It's like, I have kids, my house is like it changes
our money, like
our entire life situation, and that I totally get. But you have no ties to this dude,
right?
Like you can just block, and like you're done. Like, and I'm not trying to victim blame anybody. If there's people out there like that, this is just. It's weird to me. Is Joan real? Like, do we have does she testify? Like, does she get on the stand? We just have pieces of paper. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this does kind of sound like, it sounds like Laura wrote it for her and then was like, hey, will you sign this for me?
Maybe, or is this just like one of the personalities in her brain? She has a Joan and a Karen and I'm just
maybe.
I mean, allegedly, my opinion.
Sometimes we just need a whole banner running along the bottom that's just all caps allegedly over and over and over again.
Yeah, please don't sue me.
I mean, I don't think there's a hearing done on this case where Joan shows up, if I recall, because I have looked ahead in the Michael thing, but I don't know for a fact whether or not she's true, not true. I don't know.
I mean, at this point, I'm questioning like if anybody's real. Like,
and it's fair. It's more than fair. Now let's see. Where were we? Stop seeing my. Okay. In summer 2017, Laura confided in me that she wanted to stop seeing Mike, but that she was legitimately scared of him retaliating if she did. She told me she thought he was dangerous to her physical and emotional well-being. So in fall 2017, Laura stopped dating Mike. Was it really Laura that ended this? Because I don't believe for 1 second that it was. Or he had already been done with the relationship for 2 months, and finally she was like, you know what? I'm breaking up with you.
You can't break up with me. I'm breaking up with you.
Because you haven't talked to me in 2 months. Now, on January 5th, 2018, so just a few days before she files the restraining order on the 9th, Laura and I met for dinner at Maminoko on Chestnut Street in the Marina District of San Francisco, which is in our neighborhood. We live a couple of blocks from each other. Oh, so Laura never leaves her neighborhood to go anywhere, seems like. Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about San Francisco, so. We were seated at a high table next to the window that faced the street. Shortly after we received our food, Laura stopped our conversation to tell me that Mike was walking down Chestnut Street. The horror. The horror.
Does she have a tracker on his car?
Right? What a coincidence. Okay. She said that he was with a blonde woman and was walking towards the restaurant. Oh my God. Laura's facial expression changed and she appeared to be scared because, you know, something's going to happen in public with hundreds, if not thousands of people around. But sure, Laura, be scared. When Mike walked by the restaurant, Laura focused her attention on me and tried to avoid making eye contact with him, which is probably very easy to do. Mike stopped directly in front of our table outside the restaurant window. He stared into the window at us. I looked up and briefly made eye contact with him before turning back to Laura. We tried to focus on our conversation and avoided looking outside. When I glanced outside a minute or two later, Mike was no longer there. Oh my gosh.
He's like
he must have kept walking and going about his life, right? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe he was like, we're not going there.
Like, oh, that bitch is everywhere. Like,
maybe
come on.
When he stared was him, like, in fear for his life. Like, oh, God.
I mean, if I was walking past, I'd probably stop and stare too. Like, how are you guys sitting in the window seat of a restaurant that I'm walking past with my new girlfriend?
Right, right. Nah, it sounds like the friend is like just like, you know, that girl that's like, let's go get him. You know, the best friend everybody wants, the one that's going to have your back no matter how wrong you are.
Yeah, which is not a good friend. Yes, if you guys haven't yet, please hit the like button. It lets everybody know that we're live and reading this craziness. All right. So Laura was visibly shaken by this experience.
Poor baby.
She looked so upset that I thought she was going to vomit.
But did she?
Did she? No.
No.
She told me that she was afraid of Mike and felt that he was stalking her. Okay.
We both said.
She told me he had been showing up at restaurants he knows she frequents and had even shown up at her house several times, unannounced and uninvited, after she told him she didn't want to see him.
I have a hard time believing that.
I do too.
I feel like it's the other way around.
Right? I mean, in all of those texts that was before this, remember, this is 3 days before she goes to file this restraining order. They haven't been dating for months. He literally was begging her family to just fucking let him out of this, right? He doesn't want to be a part of this anymore. And they're like, no, please do. You're saving our daughter. You're a hero. Just do it so she stays alive.
That poor guy.
And you're telling me he's stalking her. I don't believe it. I think she was stalking him.
I do think that.
Putting herself in places where she could be dramatic and make things happen. And Joan, if you're real, you were used as a pawn.
Shame on you.
So after about 5 minutes had passed, Mike came back and again position himself right outside the window by our table. Except this time, he stood even closer to the window. How dare he?
This is written so detailed, like it's like a novel. There's no way Laura did not write this.
Exactly. That's what I think too. This time, because who's like what?
No.
What?
Have you ever written a statement before? Sometimes it's so scattered because you're just trying to pull stuff out of your brain. Like this is so like detailed and written like no.
And written in a way that dramatic, the fear, like really trying to grip you into the thing, which I mean, yes, that's I guess what you want a witness to say for a restraining order, but this is a little like what?
I don't know. I guess I've had to write them before, but I've never like I just state the facts. Like I guess maybe it's just me. This happened, then this happened, then this happened. I'm not like, I had a visceral reaction when he walked in the door. I felt my bones shake. It's just weird.
It's weird. Again, she should just stick to writing like
I think she missed a good opportunity to do that. I think you're correct. She should have been a writer.
Oh my God. And she interesting. She's a 3-cow girl, but her dad offers you 6 cows to take her. What kind of Texas comment is that?
Gosh, savage.
Oh, wait, that was savage. I'm sorry. I read that as Terry. What kind of Alabama comment is that?
No, I was like, dang.
It is
taking us back to the dowry days.
All right. So where were we? I tried to avoid eye contact with him in hopes that he would just go away. But it seemed like he was trying to get my attention. How did he try to get her attention? Let's find out. He stared directly at me, which made me feel very uneasy. He lingered outside the window and stared at us for a minute or so. Then he walked away from the window and entered the restaurant. Oh my gosh.
He looked at you.
Not staring. No.
Or maybe he was like, yep, that's exactly who the fuck I thought it was. We're leaving.
Right? Like, no.
Sorry.
Oh, hi, Stringer. That would be, the screen is so small because you are on our vertical stream. You go to our page, you'll see the other stream, which is our normal format. One is good for phone users, the other's for other kinds of users. So don't worry, we have 2. Actually, you know what we should do? Team who's listening, and Buffy, who schedules these for me, really just you, is maybe we should put like a phone at the beginning of the title.
There is a phone on. It's at the end of the title.
Maybe we should put it at the beginning so people can quickly see which one they're on. Maybe we should do that.
We could do that.
I think we should do that for
Note for next time.
Noted. Wait until you hear his side. Well, I've lit with Megan Fox. We did link. Do we link it in this one too? We did on the last one. We made sure to link.
Yes, I did put the interview with Megan Fox on the last stream.
So we'll put it in the description for these 2. But he did do an interview with Megan Fox on YouTube about what was it, like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, something like that. And I've watched the first hour. I've not had time yet to go finish it, but it was very good. And listen, you hear this guy talk for like 10 minutes and you're like, oh my God, everything that we're telling you right now, you're like, there is no way. Like what?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So chat says yes. Please put the phone at the beginning of the title. We will happily do that, whatever makes best for you guys.
We're learning. So.
We're learning. We're all here together. All right. So the horrifying staring had occurred.
Oh no.
All right. So, and he entered the restaurant because it kind of sounds like to me that somebody might have already been planning to go to this restaurant on a date, and maybe he made a reservation. Maybe he didn't. I don't know if it's one of those places, but it sounds to me like he was waiting outside until his table was ready.
Oh, I think he did say he made a reservation.
Did he?
So is it possible that she called to verify if there was a reservation there?
She would. I bet she would. Bet she would. Right? I don't know. I wouldn't put anything past her.
Need to talk to the hostess.
Now, Laura's facial expression changed and she looked scared. I thought she was already looking scared.
She's been scared this whole time. She's literally in the corner shaking. No, I'm just kidding.
Like a frozen dog outside in the wintertime. Like, oh my God. She told me that Mike had come inside the restaurant and was standing at the hostess stand.
How
which
dare
was
he?
directly in front of her. I told her. Go ahead.
I was just thinking, isn't that where most people go when they walk into a restaurant?
Mm-hmm. Yep, sure does. Sure is what happens. And apparently that's directly in front of her, even though they're sitting at these high tops by the window, which is interesting. Like, let's say hypothetically, they set this up. And of course, you're going to position yourself by the window. You're going to position by the door when they first come in. Like, you're sitting at the one place where if he was coming in, he would definitely see you. So that's interesting. So she's always in a state of fear. And listen, I have very bad anxiety. My nervous system is always afraid of everything. That doesn't even make any sense. I get it.
Maybe that's why she's so skinny. She's shaking all the time.
Right?
Sorry.
No, I'll tell you what though. Once I finally my anxiety has been so much more manageable, like in the last year and a half or so, comparatively. I started putting on weight. I'd never been able to put on weight my whole life. And I do think a lot of that was just from being anxious, not being able to eat and things like that. But once I sort of got it weight manageable, I was like, oh, maybe this is why I've been so skinny this whole time.
Because you're in restaurants shaking.
Just shaking all the time and not being able to eat because everything tastes like sand. It's so frizzy because it's full of secrets.
Girl, that TED Talk, I said, she could have done something with that hair.
You did say that.
I was like, girl,
what is happening? All right, so he's at the hostess stand. I told her not to look at him, and she looked down at the table for a minute or so, because everything is only for a minute. Laura tried to avoid looking up. She seemed nervous and uneasy. Then she told me Mike had gone to the back of the restaurant and was still staring at her. So if he's trying to be like a creepy dick, wouldn't he be like, I would like to wait for a spot right beside them, please? No, he's like, can you seat me as far away
possible
from her as possible, please? And
on the other side of the restaurant.
On the other side of the restaurant. Again, doesn't sound like he's, trying to stalk her or ruin her day. Okay. Just happen to be in the same place at the same time. It's not a coincidence.
Grasping at straws.
Mm-hmm. So Mike is in the back of the restaurant, still staring at her. It felt very intimidating. Laura seemed really upset and uneasy. We know, Joan, you've said it like 10 times in the last 8 sentences. She told me that she was fearful and felt unsafe. How many times does she say these words so far in this? Like, please.
But she didn't feel scared enough to leave. See, no. and that's what would get me. Is like,
I would.
Like, why didn't you leave? Not that I'm saying like you should have to, but if you're actually being stalked, but like, at the end of the day, if I'm scared of someone, I'm not staying in the same room with them.
Right? Me either. But the food must be very good. She probably couldn't move because she was shaking so bad. Like a little chihuahua in Minnesota in the winter.
That's what I'm picturing. That's exactly what I'm picturing.
Elville says Joe needs to go back to high school English and learn to use other ways to say something so it doesn't sound repetitive. By Joe,
somebody should send. That was hard to say. A thesaurus to Joan/Laura.
Now, neither Laura nor I engaged in conversation with Mike. We also did not make any physical acknowledgement of his presence. We didn't wave, eye contact,
clearly
head nod. Right? You just said he was. How else are you going to tell he's staring at you? Okay.
She said he looked at him and okay, whatever, Joan.
We don't know how eyes work.
Sure, Joan. It's like our version of Sure Jan.
Right.
Sure, Joan.
Sure, Joan. After about 10 minutes, Mike finally left the restaurant. Why did he go sit in the back then? So Mike was probably like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going somewhere else. All right. I can't sit here. She probably keeps staring, being dramatic. You know what? We're just going to leave.
You know.
Right?
Yeah. You know that was what was happening.
Laura was visibly upset throughout the rest of our meal, obviously, right? I walked her home after dinner to make sure she was safe. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. So a whole lot of nothing happened. They happened to be in the same public restaurant. We'll give Laura the benefit of the doubt. It's probably coincidence. I mean, if he was doing this to stalk her, then why did he leave with his new girlfriend? You know, instead of just being like, I would like a table right beside them, please.
He just wanted to stare at them.
Not the staring. No, not the staring.
From the back of the restaurant.
Right.
With his girlfriend. Because that's what you do.
Right? Oh, God. Poor guy. Poor all these guys. Like, how do you tell, like, anyone you're dating about the crazy shit that you've been going through in this relationship? You know, and then believe you. Oh, but don't worry. We eventually, well, no, I won't do spoilers. So on January 7th, 2018, Laura called me crying and, you guessed it, upset. She told me Mike and his sister were waiting for her outside of Amici's restaurant and that they yelled at her in the street.
Oh my goodness.
What?
They said bad words.
She said she was afraid and didn't know what they would do to try to get at her. She asked me to come over, which I did. When I got there, Laura was crying hysterically. I had never seen her so upset before. Okay. She was shaking and said she was afraid to be alone. I stayed with her for several hours to help her calm down and make sure she was safe. So apparently she was way more upset and shaking way harder than in the restaurant, apparently. Probably, I mean, I probably would be too if they come yelling at me. Well, I mean, she approached them, according to Stephanie, but I am sure they had some choice words and was calling her out on her bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I could blame them. I wouldn't be able to hold my tongue during that.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell her exactly what I think about her, and none of them nice.
Oh, look at that, Lainey. Stuff we're learning today. Amici means friends in Italian.
Well, that is just the perfect setting.
Right? He was probably worried Laura would come over and talk to them, right? I'd be like, oh, man, I'm going to get my new girl out of here.
And he was like, yeah.
All right. So that was Joan. Now it's time for Karen. Oh, you're going to do Karen.
All right. So Karen Ilmberger?
I think so. Sure, why not?
We're going to that. Karen declare as follows. I make all the statements herein of my own personal knowledge, except as to those matters stated on information, and belief, and whatever. I had never before met or seen Miss Owens until on or around December 30th, 2016. On that day, I was flying on WOW Airlines. Oh, come on, to Iceland with my fiance.
Reykjavik, by the way.
Is that, well, what she said.
I only know that from an episode of the Hey Ho Show where they have a penis museum. That's how I know how to say Reykjavik.
I think I missed that episode.
There's a whole fun fact, everybody. There is a penis museum in Reykjavik, Iceland, that is all different kinds of animal penises, famous penises. It's a whole thing. Go look it up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They have a cast of, I think, Jimi Hendrix, Dong. And then some people have sent their members after they've been deceased. It's there. Welcome. Welcome to the world with Llama, where she tells you things you probably didn't need to know, but you do now. You're welcome.
Focus.
Oh, there's Elbow-Fee. Hi, Elbow-Fee.
All right.
Okay.
So, Miss Owens and a man I now know to be Mr. Marraccini were seated in the row behind me. Throughout the flight, I overheard Mr. Marraccini speaking to Miss Owens in a tone of voice that I would characterize as scary. I can't recall the specifics of what he was saying, but I remember, right? Only that it was a scary voice. Was it like scary movie scary or like mean? Like how scary? Like define scary. What is scary?
As scary as the staring.
like I can't recall the specifics of what he was saying, but I remember him belittling her. For a long period of time, he insulted and demeaned her, making belittling remarks one after the other. Miss Owens did very little talking. Most of what I heard of their communication was Mr. Marraccini just putting her down. The entire time Mr. Marraccini berated Miss Owens, she cried. When this happened, Mr. Marraccini would demand that she stop crying and would berate her even more.
Now, side note, what we know of this situation, okay, because I think we learned it through Michael's interview with Megan Fox, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
So they're supposed to go to Iceland together, okay? And Laura says she's not going because they're like broken up or something. I don't know. She's doing whatever. She's like, I'm not going to go. And Michael's like, well, I'm just going to go by myself or whatever. Or maybe I don't know. All right. So he is on the plane. He is expecting to be on this trip by himself.
Right.
And who shows up? Laura. Now, I bet he was much nicer to her than I would have been. Because I would have been like, are you fucking kidding me? You said you weren't coming. I'm sure he may not have said nice things, but I bet they weren't as bad as what I would have said.
I mean, they might have been arguing, but she can't even say what she heard.
That's true.
She just kept saying that, like, you could at least pick out one thing that if it raised your, like, what are your cackles?
Right.
Like, you were like, had to hone in, you could at least pick something that stood out to you as like, yeah, this is not a good situation.
True. Fair point.
But there's not one quote in here.
Nope. People that have been on the story, do we know, is Karen also real? Is she like verified real? Or
like, does she ever testify? Is she on any type of flight manifest? Because I have thoughts.
It's true. I remember you being like, is she even on the manifest?
I know.
Somebody check that.
Well, because I listened to the TED Talk and she calls her Nancy and that, not Karen. But I'm over here going like, is she real? Is she real? Like,
we question everything.
Like, is she actually on the manifest? Like, we have verified that this human exists.
She was on the TEDx, I think, but
she wasn't on the TED. Like, she doesn't show up on that TEDx. She just talks about her on the TEDx. I didn't see I don't see her on the TEDx unless there's another one that I don't know about.
Oh boy. Karen gets a TEDx.
I mean, I need all the things.
All right. Where were we?
I don't know, but I'm questioning the entire reality at this point.
That's fair. As we'll learn. Very fair.
Okay, so the entire time Mr. Marraccini berated Miss Owens, she cried. When this happens, Mr. Marraccini would demand that she stop crying and would berate her even more. Even though I cannot remember the specifics of what was said during their conversation, I remember that Mr. Marraccini was emotionally and verbally abusing Miss Owens for a long time. Based on what he was saying to her, I felt that she was in a frightening situation and she needed to get out. He was so menacing that I felt her life was at stake were she to stay with him.
By the way, Boots Scout says she is real. Thank you, Boots Scout. Boots Scout.
Okay.
Oh. Well, look at them. Manifest.
Okay.
Bathing suits. I love that.
Random trivia.
Love it. I learn all sorts of things.
I know, right? All right. Several hours into the flight, I decided to write her a note on a cocktail napkin. I'm sorry. I got to tickle my. In that note, I wrote that I overheard their conversation. I told her she was being abused and deserved better. I urged her to get help and wrote that I was concerned about her safety. Because of the types of things Mr. Marraccini was saying, what was he saying? And the way he was talking to her, I was too afraid to include my full name or phone number on that note. I was afraid that he would come after me if he found the note. So I wrote on the note an old email address of mine that doesn't contain my last name. When Mr. Marraccini got up from the seat and walked towards the bathroom, I slipped the note between the seats to Miss Owens. Did not speak to Miss Owens or Mr. Marraccini at all during the flight. I heard nothing from or about Miss Owens until sometime in or around November 2017, when her mother, Jan Owens, contacted me about the note I wrote. Since then, I have communicated with Miss Owens' mother a couple of times about the note and what I observed during the flight to Iceland in December 2016.
Interesting. So Jan contacts Karen, not Laura. Her mommy.
Yeah. See, now you know why he wanted to get her away from her mom?
Right.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. I don't disbelieve that statement from her friend. I actually believe that because mom sounds like she's cuckoo bananas too.
Yes. Yes, she does. The more we learn about Jan, the more I'm like, okay, maybe she is also part of the problem. Seems like it. Okay. So Speaking of Jan, guess what? We got the witness statement from Jan.
You get the Jan statement.
Who is the mother of Laura. You remember when we were reading the investigative report? And she had that way too many details about her daughter's sex life. And we were just like,
yes.
What?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was the funnest read. I was not prepared, and after reading that, that's why I'm like, okay, I guess I'm in.
I guess we're in now.
I mean, originally I was like, hey, I'll come help you read this. Your voice has been a little shot the last couple of days. And then now it's like, oh, well, I'm here.
This is our life now.
I am in.
This is our life. All right. So Jan, mother of petitioner Laura Owens. Okay. The first time I met respondent Mike Marraccini was in spring 2016, 1 or 2 months after he and Laura started dating, which I find hard to believe, but okay. On that occasion, my husband, Laura's father, thank you for the clarification on that, Ron Owens and I had dinner with Laura and Mike at The Battery, not the House of Prime Rib. New shout out, new restaurant. Also, sorry, this is horrible, but this is for a DVRO. The restaurant I went to was called The Battery.
Stop.
I know. I'm so awful. I'm so
womp womp.
Hey.
I mean, that's kind of funny, though.
It's kind of funny, though. It's the universe's sense of humor, not mine.
I mean, no, it's mine too. I am so inappropriate. Super inappropriate.
So my first impression of Mike was that he was polite, but calculating. Okay. I recall, right? Totally calculating. That's why we begged you constantly.
I was about to say, and that's why we kept saying, please don't break up with her.
You're such a good guy. Please stay with our daughters. She said, okay, great. Yeah, I recall that when I asked Mike about his background, he paused before answering. The horror. His answers seemed well crafted, but felt like they lacked emotions. Almost like everything your daughter writes. So un momento. Actually, can you take over point number 4? I gotta let my dogs out and then let them back in because it's raining.
Dogs.
So, okay. Thanks, babe.
One morning in or around late May or early June 2016, Laura came over to our house with a black eye. And when I asked her what happened, she started crying and explained that Mike had hit her in the middle of the night while she was sleeping. Okay. While she was sleeping. All right. Sure, Jan. Laura told me that she thought Mike was asleep when it happened and said it was probably involuntary. She expressed fear about the idea of sharing a bed with Mike because he had hit her so hard. However deliberate or accidental it may have been. Okay. Well, I mean, like, who hasn't, like, rolled over and accidentally hit their partner? Now, I haven't punched my partner while he was sleeping. But, like, I mean, sometimes you have dreams. Beginning in late spring or early summer 2016, Mike started joining us for dinner several nights per month. When we go out, he wouldn't talk much. I mean, could he get a word in edgewise with you people? He was polite, but seemed detached. Probably just wanted to be anywhere else but there. Oh, this poor guy. I feel so bad for him. Early on, I noticed that he was never very affectionate towards Laura. Can't imagine why. And he always walked in front of her, which seemed odd to me. Starting in summer 2016, Mike's demeanor changed. When we were out with him and Laura, Mike would rarely participate in conversation and would just sit there. He acted cold towards us and showed little emotional engagement before he had at least acted politely. Okay. Did you hear any of that?
No,
okay. Recap. She got punched while she was sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Laura told her. And Mike doesn't really talk very much when they go to dinner.
But I thought he was so calculating.
He's so calculating.
And I thought that he interrupted her all the time, according to Joan.
Yeah, but he doesn't really want to be at the family dinner.
Don't blame him there.
I mean, I was like, gee, I can't imagine like why he wouldn't talk. First of all, could he get a word in edgewise? Because I guarantee you, Mom and Laura dominated the conversation.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Okay, where'd you end at here? Number 7?
Yeah, I'm at 7.
Okay. So, all right. Well, showed little engagement. Like he didn't want to be there. Oh, go figure. Now, in June 2016, Laura shared with me that she and Mike were having problems. She confided in me that Mike would often put her down and that her self-esteem was really being degraded by Mike. So again, your daughter is saying to you, this guy treats me very poorly. He makes me sad. He makes me cry. He makes me have no self-esteem. And yet, they're like, please stay with our daughter. Please, please, please. Even though she's saying he's the cause of all of her depression and suicidal thoughts. But please, Mike.
They're actually ready to sign a bill of sale. Like, here, take her.
Now, sometime in June 2016, I found out that Laura was pregnant.
Dun, dun, dun.
Shortly after finding out, Ron and I went to the North Beach restaurant with Mike and Laura.
They got a lot of restaurants.
They eat out a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And they mentioned this restaurant too in the text. I don't remember the context of them, but either Ron or Jan said something about it, and Mike said something back to him. So Mike told us in a very calm, cool, and collected tone of voice that he thought Laura was the one for him and that he really saw them having a future together. Oh. He told us that he felt like having a child would be irresponsible given how young he was, and the timing wasn't right. He said that he was going to pay for an abortion and was committed to supporting Laura throughout the process. It seemed like Mike was driving the decision for both of them. How dare he be the only rational person sitting at this table that's like, this doesn't seem like it's a good idea. Don't believe him? He's been dating this girl for what, like 3 months?
I mean, ultimately, it's up to her to get the abortion. Like, at the end of the day, she's the one that has to go get it.
Right.
So, is she real? I mean, I don't know.
Oh, she blames all the guys. That's their fault that she got one. She would never have gotten one.
But she's also extorting them, though. Like, she's like, if you don't stay with me, I'm going to have this baby.
Right.
But if you do, like, I am so confused. Like, the rational, like, it does not make sense.
No, it doesn't. Now, after she had the abortion, Laura seemed profoundly sad in a way I had never seen before. Every time I saw her after she had been with Mike, she was upset. Maybe because he was kind of done with the relationship. She cried often and said that she was struggling with feelings of guilt for having had the abortion and that Mike criticized her for this. Also, do we know, was he there when she had it? Like, what method of abortion are they going with here? I'm just wondering. Like, I don't know. Okay. So one night, right, like, did they go to the doctor? Did she take those pills like she talks about later?
I assume it would be early in the pregnancy. So pills, maybe? I mean, I don't see Mike not being the type of guy that wouldn't go with her. Like, he does seem like he'd be that. Just from what little I've heard or seen of him, like, he does seem like he would be that guy that would be like, I'll go with you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. Like, we're done after.
But, like, okay, if they go to the doctor or clinic, wherever they go for this, if they do go for this, and he goes with her, does he go back in the room with her or does he wait in the waiting room?
I guess it would just depend on what she allows, because at the end of the day, it's her appointment. And HIPAA is a thing.
Does anybody know?
I don't know. And I don't know if our people are here to tell us all the answers. Help. I need to phone a friend.
Right. All right. So on one night in late 2016, Laura called us in the middle of the night around 3 a.m. Ron and I were sound asleep. Laura was very, you guessed it, upset and crying. She told me that she and Mike had gotten into a fight and that he was being horrible to her. She said that Mike was in the bathroom and it seemed like she was trying to keep her voice down. I asked her if she wanted me to come over. Then Mike got on the phone and said to me, to the best of my recollection, I'm very sorry, Laura. I'm very sorry Laura called you in the middle of the night and disturbed you. I have things under control. I'll calm her down. There's no need for you guys to come over here. I'll deal with this. His voice was very cold and unemotional, and I was afraid for Laura. But
or maybe he was baseline and you people are overly emotional, because I don't know.
Right? Like, I mean, he's already been told to, it's fine. You deal with it, Mike. You just be cool. Blah, blah, blah. And like, I was afraid for Laura, but I didn't go over to the house.
He just seems like such a chill guy just from the interview. So like, I just don't see like, and everybody else seems to be like up here and he's like here.
Yeah.
So what they think is cold and unemotional, like, why aren't you freaked out like me? And it's like, no, actually, we're just like dealing with,
we're just normal people. That's all. This is how any rational person would handle it, and they are not. Now, sometime in and around November 2016, Laura disclosed that she was seeking treatment for depression related to the abortion. She shared with me that Mike had repeatedly told her that she was sick and needed to be medicated. Agreed. I don't even know with what, but yes. Laura said that he called her crazy and retarded all the time and insisted that she be medicated or he would leave her. I mean,
well, crazy is as crazy does.
Right? You got to take some responsibility here with yourself if you're having a crisis moment, you know?
I mean, I don't like the R word, but
if he even used it.
It's true. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying, like, crazy. I feel like it applies here. I feel like the label is justified.
Mm-hmm. On December 9th, 2016, Laura called me and sounded very upset.
Clearly.
She told me she's always upset.
She's always what's wrong now?
Like that's her baseline.
Is she the person that calls and you're like, what's wrong now?
Oh yeah.
Now what's wrong?
Like, oh my God, what do we got going on today? That's a big nothing. She told me she felt worthless and that she didn't feel like there was a reason for her to live anymore. Oh, this is when this is around the time that her and Ron are texting him, I do believe, was around this time.
So that was the story lead up to the text messages.
Yes, I think this is when his father's in the stepfather's in the hospital and everything. Okay. I think that's this date.
Or maybe there was other dates. I don't know. I mean, I would have to go back to the text and compare the.
Yeah, it happens so often. Yes. Who even knows?
Doesn't matter.
She said she felt guilt for aborting the baby based on pressure from Mike under the pretense that he cared about her and wanted to have a future with her. Babes, that's on you. That's on you. And that's it was still a weird offer anyway. Like, okay. She said something along the lines of, this is it. I just can't do this anymore. Then she hung up the phone. I contacted Mike, there it is, and told him that I thought Laura was in a vulnerable situation. I told him I didn't know what the status of their relationship was, but asked him to please answer Laura's call if she tried to contact him. Later that day, I found out Laura went to the hospital, so I went there to be with her. The doctors told us that Laura's suicidal feelings may have been triggered by the new antidepressants she had started taking a few weeks prior. They adjusted her medication and she was released within a couple of hours, except she pulls this like every other month. You can only blame medication so much.
But at what point wasn't she in an inpatient?
I think that was in. She was there and then she just like didn't want to be there anymore. So she left.
Okay.
Because,
So that's the hospital they're referring to? Because my head went to ER, but okay.
That's what I think, but I don't know to be 100%, correct or anything, but that's what I was gathering.
Okay.
So then Laura and Mike went to Iceland in late December 2016. On New Year's Eve 2016, Laura called me and Ron. She was hysterical. She told me Mike was treating her horribly and was being cruel. She said that he was being so terrible to her that another passenger on the flight had passed her a note telling her to get away from him. At some point during our conversation, Mike took the phone from Laura. He told us that Laura was just upset and said, "I've got this under control." He spoke in a cold, totally emotionless tone. You mean like when he said, "Hey, I'm worried your daughter's going to kill herself," and you say, "Okay, great." You mean like that cold and emotionless, Jan? What? Like,
no, okay. Everything's not okay. Son.
I thought they put a hold on you too, but I don't know if that even happened. I don't know. Remember, she also loves saying, "Oh, I went to the doctor. Oh, for this, this, and this." And it turns out all she did was schedule a damn appointment and never went. So,
yeah, was this like, I found out Laura went to the hospital. So I went there to be with her. So Mom went to the hospital.
Yeah, but was she there when she like told the doctors what was going on? Or was it, was she just hanging out in the lobby all day?
All good questions. All good questions.
It could be anything with her. I was afraid for Laura and felt like she was in a very bad situation and that it wasn't good for her to stay with someone who treated her badly and upset her like that. Later that day or the following day, Laura sent me a text message with a picture of the note written by the passenger on their flight to Iceland the next day. So, okay. After Laura and Mike came back from Iceland, Laura confided in me that Mike had strangled her while they were having sex, as one tells their mother. She said that it was really scary. I told Laura she needed to end the relationship. She resisted and said that because Mike promised it wasn't going to happen again, she intended to stay with him and give him a chance to change. She also shared with me that she had started believing the things Mike was constantly telling her, that she was stupid, that she was worthless, and that nobody else was ever going to want to be with her. I mean, she kind of did this to herself. In early 2017, Mike lost his job. When this happened, he started coming out to dinners with our family regularly. We also started taking Mike's mother, his sister, and his sister's boyfriend out for dinners at Mike's suggestions.
At the house of prime rib for dealing with the dog.
We read this text.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that sounds like when she offered to take the family out for bothering him during his stepdad's illness and stuff.
Yeah. So sure.
See how she twisted that? Ew, Jan. Ew, rude. Jan. Like,
ew.
I'm doing my Schitt's Creek. Like, ew, David. Like, ew. That's gross.
I started feeling like he was taking advantage of us. He wanted as far away from you guys as possible.
You offered, and he said no.
Right? Yeah, because he turned it down. He was like, "Fuck no, I don't want to." He didn't say that, but I'm pretty sure he was like, "Nope, don't. It's not even worth the apparently delicious prime rib. No, thank you."
Bro, like, these people make me mad.
I know, they make me so mad. I get angrier with every single one. Sometime in or around February 2017, Laura called me in the morning to tell me she was sick and needed to go to the hospital. She explained that she had been throwing up constantly throughout the night. She told me she was going to St. Mary's Hospital to get checked out and asked me to pick her up at the hospital when she was done. When I picked her up, I noticed that she had little red dots on the skin under her eyebrows, on her eyelids, and below her eyes. She looked very worn out. When I asked her what had happened, all she said was that Mike was horrible to her the night before and that she had had a bad night. Okay. Laura and I are very close, we know, and it's not great, Jan. I wouldn't be bragging about it because it's not great. And so see each other almost daily. While she was with Mike, she seemed very sad and despondent. On at least 5 different occasions, I noticed bruises on her arms and legs. I can't say for sure how many times I saw Laura with tiny red dots under her eyes, but it was at least 5 times. I had never seen marks like that on anybody before. Again, they're going to be like, please stand with our daughter.
But usually the red dots show up on like the whites of the eyes.
That's what I thought too.
Not necessarily on the skin.
Boots says red dots can happen when one vomits a lot. Just saying, oh, that's true. Probably stressing out the blood vessels. You know, maybe.
I'm going to have to Google that.
Savage says, yes, we will have to Google that. Yes. The Iceland thing is on him, though. When you know the bitch is crazy, you don't take them on a trip to another country.
No.
She bought them.
She bought the tickets. She booked the trip.
Yeah. And she told him, I'm not going. You go. Have a good time.
Yeah.
And then she shows up.
She decided not to go. Told him to go by himself. She showed up on the plane. So
planned.
Maybe he should have gotten off the plane, but you know,
right?
Might be hard when all your stuff's checked in and
right.
on the plane.
Says, and people who ride horses tend to fall off and get bruises, or people who are very skinny. Listen, they're going to get bruises very easily out of nothing because they're underweight and their blood. Like it's very common. Or you could have some sort of blood disorder where you bruise over literally nothing, like myself, and I'll be like, whoa. Where did that bruise come from? I would think I would remember how I got that.
I never remember where I get bruises from.
But no. So
I'm not a skinny girl. So I'm just saying.
Numerous reasons why she could have bruising. So
boot scoot. Can we give Mike a break? He's 6'4" on a budget airline seat.
For 8 hours. I didn't put that together, Boots.
Poor guy.
Good observation. That's when you get a parachute.
Wait, parachute for you or for her? I'm just asking.
Probably for him. At that point, I'll be like, well, she's not doing it, so I guess I'm going to. Yeah, that's true. Luffy says, anytime you look at me, I get a bruise. Sometimes, yes, that's exactly how that works. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. On May 12th, 2017, Laura was taken to a hospital because she had a seizure while on a horse and fell off. Okay. Mike's mother and his sister were at the horse show to watch Laura and went to the hospital with us. They called Mike so he could talk with Laura while she was in the hospital. I was standing next to Laura's hospital bed while she was laying there talking to Mike and could hear everything she said to him about what had happened. The next time I talked to Mike, he told me that he had talked with Laura while she was in the hospital after she fell off the horse, the conversation I witnessed Laura having, and that she was making no sense and was talking crazy. I had heard what Laura had said. She seemed completely lucid, and there was nothing crazy or nonsensical about what she had said. Well, I don't know if they could even spot that. I don't know about that.
Those two seem to speak the same language, so.
Right? It seemed like Mike was deliberately trying to make Laura look crazy and to convince me and everyone else that she was mentally unstable. Ma'am. What?
She was doing fine on her own. She didn't need his help.
Right. Your daughter's only threatened suicide how many times? But you're right. She's totally mentally stable and fine. This was a red flag and
red flags.
Very uncomfortable and concerned for Laura.
Oh
Mike
God.
did not come to the hospital to see her.
Oh my gosh.
When was this? May 12th, 2017. Isn't this when his dad's in the hospital too? Oh, no, maybe not, because his mom and sister were watching. I don't know. Maybe he's just like, I'm not going to do that. Now, in June 2017, Mike and Laura were still dating. We treated Mike, his mother, his sister, and his sister's boyfriend, to dinner at House of Prime Rib to celebrate Mike's birthday.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. I feel bad for these restaurants getting this kind of publicity. They're just like, oh my God. But,
my Lord.
I never heard of it. So
I'm going to go find me a House of Prime Rib, just take a picture.
Right?
Where is the closest? Hey, Siri. Alexa? I don't have one and I'm sorry.
What a bunch of moochers. After Mike's birthday and throughout the summer, I noticed that Laura was spending less time with him. I wonder why. Because I bet he was probably like, we're not together anymore. I don't like you. Just leave me alone. She had expressed to me that she was trying to see less of him in hopes that the relationship would just fizzle and end naturally. I'm sure.
And it almost could have.
Hi, Kelly.
Hope you feel better.
Feel better, babes. You just got back from your trip and everything. Boo. I'm sorry, babes. So on Wednesday in October 2017, several months later, this is like 4 months later, my husband and I went to dinner with Laura at Maybeck's in the marina.
Everything happens at a restaurant.
Everything's at a restaurant. Oh my God. We often had dinner on Wednesdays at Maybeck's, just so you know.
Okay.
Mike walked in with his sister, Stephanie.
How dare he go to a public place to eat with his sister?
The audacity. They sat at a table close to us, and Mike chose a seat that faced Laura. Oh my goodness, no. He stared, guys, more staring. He stared at Laura while we ate dinner. I thought it was very strange behavior and could see that it made Laura uncomfortable. After the incident at Maybeck's, I decided to reach out. What? After the incident of Maybeck's.
Wait, there was no incident.
I know, there's nothing. I decided to reach out to the passenger who wrote the note to Laura on the flight to Iceland.
He showed up to eat food. He looked at her, the audacity, and now there's an incident? That's an incident. Okay.
Facts, ma'am.
We do not have the same definition of an incident.
No. The waitresses in the back definitely every week. Source was a server.
They know who that family is. I guarantee you. They're like, yeah, not it.
Laura should learn to cook. No, because then she might learn about poison.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh, don't give her ideas.
Now,
she's watching. Hi.
Maybe. I think she might be the one person that downvotes her streams. There's just one person. It's the only stuff that we've ever gotten a downvote on, which is fine. Whatever. I don't care if people don't like it. That's fine. But it's just interesting. It's just interesting. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. A little coincidental.
So, all right. So she reached out to the passenger because, of course, that makes sense to do in this situation. Not, when was this? October. So not like the last 10 months after this Iceland trip where you think your daughter is in a very abusive relationship. No, it's months after this relationship ended and there was staring at the restaurant that you're like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to that lady now. Now I'm going to.
You know what? You looked at me. I'm telling.
Right. Laura and I had talked several times about wanting to thank her for intervening that day, since it was an eye-opening experience for Laura. Now, remember, this incident got Laura a spot on a TED Talks. All right. She has a whole dramatic story she tells about it.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells it in a very weird way. But we want to thank her. Do you think they invited Karen to the House of Prime Rib? We're like, hey, can we take you out to this place where we take everybody? Thanks.
Did Karen even live close?
I don't even know where.
We don't know anything about.
We don't know.
still not convinced she's real. I know y'all say she is, but
right. When Mike recounts the plane trip, it makes total sense. Yeah, I mean, I agree. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay. Now, on November 7th, 2017, I sent an email to the address listed on the cocktail napkin Laura was given. This also is giving me some premeditated thoughts, perhaps, of trying to set something up, or because why would you reach out to this lady 11 months later?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That's what I think. They already knew where they were going to go with it.
I think they know exactly where they're planning to go with it, to be quite honest with you.
Absolutely.
This sounds premeditated as shit. I explained that I was trying to locate the woman who took the time to write Laura the note and asked if I had the correct email address. The following day, November 8th, 2017, I received a response from a woman named Karen Ilmberger saying, quote, "I remember your beautiful daughter."
Oh, good Lord.
A true and correct copy of the email is attached at the end of this, by the way. I sent Ms. Ilmberger an email that day explaining that Laura was doing much better since she had broken things off with Mike, and thanking her for the note. I told her Laura's eyes were really opened to what a bad relationship she was in when she received the note from her on the flight that day.
God.
Sometime on or around November 29th, 2017, so this is just a month and a few weeks before she files for the restraining order, Laura and I were having dinner at Maminoko in the marina.
Yeah, all the time.
Was Joan there? Because that's where she went to eat with Joan. Remember?
Yeah, but Joan didn't mention Mom.
No. Well, it was a different day too. But,
okay.
Anyway, we went there. It's just around the corner from Laura's apartment, in case you didn't know. But you guys, Mike walked into the restaurant and made a beeline directly for our table. He was accompanied by a woman who he introduced us to as Callie. Okay. All right, sure, Jan. He said that he had seen our car parked out front. He lingered at the table, and it seemed like he enjoyed making us uncomfortable.
Or maybe he was being civil.
Right?
I mean, like, hi, this is Callie. Right? Yeah, this is awkward now. I'm going.
You guys, and the horror continues, okay? Because then he sat down a few feet away from us.
In a restaurant?
In a restaurant, you guys.
It's not like it's that big, right? How big is this restaurant?
I don't know. Probably has like 5 tables. Well, we know that they have window seating. Because that's where Laura and Joan sat, was at the window. So, but you guys, he put his hand around the woman he was with and stared intently at Laura. It made both of us so uncomfortable that we left. Oh my God. Like, this guy's stares, apparently, are just something else. Lasers come out or something. How dare he?
He put his arm. Okay. You guys are weirdly sensitive.
Right.
I mean, because, like, if it was me, I'd have just been like, ew, she's ugly, Mom. Look at her. Like, you just talk shit about who he brought in the restaurant. You don't, like, be like, like, okay. But, like, did you see her hair? Right. Like, that's what you do with your mom. Like, and then go home and whatever. But, like, this is weird.
Well, that's because we don't have weird relationships with our mothers. Unlike Laura and Jan, whose relationship is weird. Okay, it's weird. Now, they leave. After this, Laura told me she was terrified to be alone. Again, we've heard nothing that after they split up of Mike doing anything to like cause this fear. This is just unimagined scenarios.
He didn't leave like a dead horse in her bed, a horse head, or put a bunny in the microwave or something.
Or something crazy like that. No.
Like nothing creepy.
Like just because you have fears doesn't mean they're true. Like I could right now be like, I am so afraid that somebody is going to come and hurt me. That doesn't make it true. That doesn't mean anything's happening. And especially when you have anxiety.
Yeah, because everything's going to hurt you.
Like your thoughts are not, rational thoughts.
Right.
Okay. All right. And I mean, it's crazy talk. All right. So she's terrified to be alone. Sometimes when we were together in her neighborhood, she'd ask me to drive her home, even though she lived only a couple of blocks away.
Okay.
She told me she was afraid that Mike was stalking her, and she was afraid of what he might do.
Or she's lazy and just wanted her mom drive home and gave her a stupid bullshit reason.
Right. Right. And also, okay, so she's like, this Mike guy is so abusive to my daughter. He's going to hurt her, everything. Did y'all get cameras for Laura's house who lives alone? That she's so scared of being?
Back then, it's 2018. Did they?
It's 2018. They existed, yes.
Did they?
Yeah, maybe we just watched a whole freaking trial about there being cameras and ring cameras.
Like that was 20. Oh, yeah.
It was 2018 when it happened, yeah. Yeah, so they're real and they got money. All right. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just saying.
I was just too poor in 2018.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Still am. Several years later. Now, on January 7th, this is 2 days before she files a restraining order, 2018, Ron, Laura, and I were having dinner at a Michi's restaurant about 1.5 blocks from Laura's apartment. Dinner again.
Did you walk?
We were seated at a table next to the window facing the street. Oh,
you guys like a window seat.
Love it. Love it. Love it. As we were leaving the restaurant, I asked Laura if she wanted us to drive her home, given her fear and the recent history of encountering Mike.
See, they didn't walk. It's only okay.
Since we were parked in the opposite direction of Laura's apartment, she said it would be quicker if she just walked home. Oh, not wanting to have any witnesses around, right? Interesting. Or was this part of some premeditated plan? At about 5 minutes later, Laura called me. She was crying hysterically and just kept saying, Mike, Mike, Mike.
Oh my God.
She was so upset that she could barely get the words out. Oh, what's the matter, Laura? Did somebody confront you about your craziness? You're like, oh, they're mean to me. They pointed out my lies and what I was doing, and I didn't like it.
And they said bad words, Mom.
Bad words to me. They were so mean. She was so upset that she could barely get the words out. When she could finally talk, she told us that Mike and his sister were waiting near the restaurant, standing by a shrub next to the sidewalk. Okay. She said that they came at her and screamed at her for having contacted Callie, the woman Mike was with back in November. Yes, that happened.
Okay.
And we have the text messages. She told me that she tried to get her phone out to call 911, but that Mike's sister yelled at her, "Don't you dare get your phone." There was pure terror in Laura's voice as she tried to tell us what happened. I have never heard her sound so upset, and I pray that I never do again. She didn't say they tried to take her phone or anything like that.
Okay,
she's like, she told me not to, so I did it.
At no time did she think to press the record button on her phone?
Right, exactly. Like, why would you not do that? That very much seems like something Laura would love to do.
That's
interesting. She doesn't.
Like, okay.
Right.
Savage. You could get a lawyer, but you're not going to get anything out of it.
We're staring intently into the camera. Watch out. It's very, very
We can make our own case. We can have other YouTubers talk about us.
Right. Why does Jan still use her professional name? She hasn't worked in like 30 years, right? Because her name's like Elizabeth Naylor. But then she has a whole separate name, which is Jan Black Owens, or some. She has several names, which I think
that's
says a lot. I think that's a lot. So those are the witness statements that were prepared and sent into the court in preparation for this hearing that's supposed to happen to discuss the validity of whether or not one is going to be ordered or not. Now, that is all we're going to cover today. I know. But that's because the next one, real twins. Oh, gosh. Hi, Owens.
Right. I do enjoy when Owens visits us.
Right. Elizabeth Ann Naylor Owens. Okay. Professional name, Jan Black. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Now, we're not going to get into the next documents because that is Laura's recounting of everything. All right. It's like 17 pages of Laura's. Of course it is. So prepare yourselves. I will say it is very graphic descriptions of abuse, sexual abuse, things like that. So I am going to give a warning to everyone. It may not be something you want to hear, especially, and it may be infuriating for her to say these things if you're a victim of these things. But so we have that, and then accompanied with that is some text messages, and I'm pretty sure that the text messages to Callie, because she's so over Mike. But I'm gonna reach out to his girlfriend and do the right
some
thing.
Balls.
Mm-hmm. Sure does.
It's a lot of audacity to just like cold text someone. I know, right?
I am.
So obsessed with you, girl. Girl.
Well, you are definitely going to want to be part of the replay crew for tonight. And hello, replay crew. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage today. Now, what I do know is that her lawyer then goes and files this document. I don't think we're probably going to read it. It was basically like breaking apart everyone's testimony, like Stephanie and Collins, and being like, you can't use that because it's hearsay and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, yeah. But you know what we don't see is Lawrence, which is also riddled with hearsay. So I don't really know what her lawyer, because anything that Karen says, right? She can't say what she's heard, right. Words saying or whatever. If Karen's even real, or if Joan's real, we don't even know. It's very possible. So that is what we're going to be covering tomorrow at 11 a.m. And oh boy, it's going to be a doozy.
Has this been made into a movie yet?
No.
I feel like it's a
I don't even know. Do you know how many parts it would have to be? Like, it would be longer than the director's cut of Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I have heard that there's a documentary in the works, I think I heard, about that is maybe in the works. They're going to need so many parts to tell that story. I don't know how good power to them if they can figure it all out to make it a good documentary. It should be.
I mean,
a
documentary. I'd love to see a thriller drama, psychological horror.
This is a psychological horror. Well, a podcast is starting next week. Oh, interesting. I'll have to check that out. I mean, like this case may not seem like, oh, well, you know what? Nobody was murdered, blah, blah, blah. Like this is truly horrific. Like everything this woman does is just wild and dangerous, and she's really lucky. But don't worry, everybody. Justice is coming for her. Okay, because she is now.
I can't wait to see that play out.
Me too. Me too. She's facing 14 felony counts so far.
Riveted.
And then
they stream it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's in Arizona. It's in Maricopa County. We watched how many trials? We watched fucking Lori Dabo.
I know, but that doesn't mean that's going to get streamed. And you know she'll make a big deal out of it.
Well, you know what we'll do? We'll just file some media requests, because technically that's in our name. And be like, we would like to stream this. No, I actually do think that it will end up being streamed, just because it involves Clayton and, you know, a reality star. And so Court TV or Law and Crime will probably pick it up, would be my guess.
I
don't know. I hope so. If not, I guess we'll go. We'll crowdsource some money and we'll go and we'll just stare at her, because it really isn't like
we can stare.
So like, oh my God, these two women, they were staring at me and I was scared. Like, girl, no, you know what you should be scared of? Going to prison for all these felony charges you have for being a liar who lies. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh, Boot says Law and Crime is going to stream. Yes.
Yay.
Yes. Good. I'm glad.
Grabbing my popcorn.
Maricopa County does stream trials. I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Should we order House of Prime rib for like a snack while we watch?
Just sit here and eat her steaks all day. Do we even have them in Ohio? Hold on, let me look up. House of Prime rib. Do I even like prime rib? I don't know.
Yes, everybody likes prime rib.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. We do not have one in Ohio. So I think it's just how much does dinner at you guys, dinner at San Francisco's House of Prime Rib costs roughly $60 to $75 per person, depending on the cut. In recent price increases, with larger cuts like the King Henry being pricier. Oh, it's all like British food ish, inspired by. So yeah, it can be between $70 to $100 a person.
Speaking of food, my stomach's growling. I don't know if you can hear that.
What a bunch of moochers, making them take them out to oh my goodness.
I mean, $70. I mean, depends on where we go.
I mean, we have like a Brazilian steakhouse. If you've never been to one of those,
that is worth it.
It is a buffet of meat that they bring to your table, and it is amazing. It's very expensive. It's like that price, but it's endless. Like, you can literally sit there for hours just eating meat that they bring out on a skewer and like slice at your table. All kinds of meat. Beef, chicken, lamb. Oh my God, that's so good. And then they have like a cold salad bar, but it's like a fancy cold salad bar. It's very good.
Oh, so you start talking about the food, the chat lights up.
As it always does.
Every time.
Oh, look at this, LMP. Oh, you're from Ohio. Pretty sure the best top-notch steakhouse in Ohio is Jeff Ruby's in Cincinnati. I think I've heard of that before. Right? Go to the Brazilian steakhouse. Hungry. Like, oh my gosh, it's so good. We went there last summer or spring or something like that.
Digestive enzymes, Lainey. It's really helpful.
Yeah, they do say that. They do say that happens to people. So that's interesting. I'm so hungry right now. I was like, we're so hungry.
I know, my stomach is growling too.
Well, you guys, we are going to get off of here for today. Tomorrow, though, we're going to hear Laura's wild tale. And I promise you, it is wild. So we'll be covering
I'm not going to read ahead.
You're not going to read ahead.
Not going to read ahead.
So we will be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Buffy time. So definitely make sure, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell. It'll let you know when we go live. Also tonight, I forgot what day it was. Oh my goodness. Tonight, you guys, Me and Terry True Crime. We have a podcast, True Crime and Wine Time, where we record it here live on YouTube, and then it goes out to the pod like a week later. But tonight is part 2 of our story of Maureen McDermott. Is she guilty or innocent on death row? And if you watch the first part, you're really going to watch tonight, because we're going to be pointing out all of the reasons why, oh boy, it's not great. You guys that follow trials with me are going to be shocked. You're going to be like, what?
The first part was like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, that was nothing.
I know. And I can't wait to see the rest.
So that'll be tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on this channel. So again, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's a good time.
Oh, and leave me comments, because I love having something to read after this. When people
yes,
I'm always like, look at this. Look at this. Look what we learned.
I know. It's so great. I'm so nice, or it's so nice that everyone in the community has been so kind to us, even though we're like little baby noobs. They're like, oh, look at you. Don't worry. We're going to take good care of you and give you all the good stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. You know, because some places, right, depending on the story, like if you're new, boy, do they make you feel like shit real quick. Like, how do you not know everything about this?
Like, they make you feel real dumb. Like, oh, you should know. And I'm like, I am still learning a lot of things.
Let me tell you what.
Layers.
Not the case. Not the case.
No, they've been
in this community. They've welcomed us on YouTube. They welcomed us into the subreddit Justice for Clayton last night. And you guys, I may have just been like, oh my God. When I saw my face go across my Reddit home screen.
It was cute.
I did. But no, really, it's been very nice, the community thus far, just willing to, help spread the word. Because I mean, gosh, sometimes depending on the case, the groups can be very toxic. But no, everyone has been so, so kind and amazing. And we're so happy to be a part of the cult now, or what we like to call rational thinkers, who live in reality.
Yes, they're always kind when they want you in the cult. I mean, we came to you, actually. We kind of just jumped in.
But no, we are very, very committed to spreading the victims' stories. I mean, because it's not just the 3 guys. Think about the woman who stole her ultrasound from. Mm-hmm. Oh God, I can't wait till we get to that again. I get so mad about that.
There's so many people. It's collateral damage.
Yeah.
She doesn't even think about it.
Nope. Not at all. So we're more than happy to get that out there and get her story out there in case she doesn't go to prison. People should be warned. Do not get into a relationship with this woman. Because listen, I don't care. She's not going to change. She hasn't changed anything in years. She's not going to do it now. So we'll see. We'll be following right along, though, for sure. So there might be times where we cut to we're trying to cover things in chronological order, kind of. But there's a lot of recent stuff happening in real time. So we'll try our best to kind of be a part of what's happening in real time and the older stuff. But it's kind of hard to really grasp the severity of the recent stuff without knowing the stuff, like her lies about money and shit, so we're going to do our best to juggle that. But thank you all so much for all the likes, the comments, welcoming us in
and
to this
just
community.
For legal purposes, everything we say is true except the parts that are false.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's our opinion.
It's our opinion. Well, thank you again all for joining us today. Lots of fun. We will see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. or tonight at 8 p.m. for True Crime and Wine Time. So I hope you join us. Anything you would like to say, Buffy, before I do my sign off?
Nope. That's it.
Nope. I'm just here.
Nope. That's it.
All right. Thank you all so much. Until next time, go forth and be amazing.
Amazing.
All right. Bye, guys.